everybody. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, blessed day. Just out here doing my thing, Instead of taking the bus everywhere, I like to walk instead. It actually helps a lot. Get that physical activity that you wouldn't otherwise. And actually, it's pretty good. Something simple that you can do, if you're not traveling too far, more than like 5 kilometers or something. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to talk about today. What I wanted to talk about was the dope game. It's highly publicized, and romanticized aspects of the world for some odd reason. We have this perception that somebody who's selling crack or heroin or whatever the deal is, that there's some sort of cool guy or something like that. Now, I'm not mocking anybody's way of surviving and making it, That's everybody's got their own thing that they need to do. So I'm not mocking that aspect, because if there's people willing to do the drugs, then someone's gonna profit off of it regardless, right? Now, what I really mean by the dope game is a fucking trap is that basically during the Richard Nixon era, when he was president, that's when crack cocaine was first introduced, on a wide scale and almost pandemic level. And so when that started to happen, a lot of things were also happening in the background. There was, a lot of community housing being put up, a lot of gentrification going on, in the same areas where, there were slaves, was now becoming where the African American population, that would be their new home, excuse me, they're putting people where their ancestors were slaves and raped and abused, they were forced to live there. That's the first step in messing with people. The second step is to say that they created these areas so that they could monitor the drug use and transportation of it and stuff like that, right? Because in these very poor areas is where a lot of the crack cocaine usage was being, it was all over. And so now they have full knowledge that these areas have widespread drug use, right? Now tell me, why is it that, it's spreading like a wildfire and not being put out, a fire? You know where the problem is, you can enclose it and then work, step by step to attaining that goal. But no, quite the opposite happened actually. They know where the drugs are going, but nothing's being done. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse until how it is nowadays, 2020, where drug use is everywhere in the fucking world now. It's not just, contained to one area or another. It's a global epidemic. It's worse than Corona. It's killing way more people than Corona ever will. That's the second step in how to fuck up a population. And now they got the gangster persona that they're pushing out, by making all these underground rappers and stuff like that now popular and conveying their messages of shooting people and robbing people and stealing and just a lot of violence, which is originally not part of the gangster mentality. But when you have enough money to push an idea, you can make that idea a reality. And that's why social media is so corrupt, because it's manipulating people's thoughts. But anyway, yeah, just with those three things, the dope game is a fucking trap, because in every aspect of it, it was built to keep the poor population, in a low vibration, depressed, and just painful emotional state. And there's no way it was created like that on accident, or they let it, they made a mistake and it got out of control. There's no way. They knew what the problem was, they know where it was, and they know how to deal with it. And they definitely have enough money to deal with it. So now, instead of us, not only are people dying of overdosing, people are spending all their money, so now there's no way for them to get out of the hood. They're keeping themselves in there. And then you got the gangsters who are now killing each other, so that anybody who's actually rising up out of the hood, they got enough money to go legit. Now they just killed off one of the potential people that could help all these people in the possible future. And that's basically how dope game is a trap, because there's no money at the end of it. Like, yeah, you might become a dealer, you might make some money. Chances are you're gonna get shot and killed, because this is how the game works. And that's the only way out of it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So just to any of you who think you're a gangster, you're pushing shit on the streets, like, yeah, I respect your grind, you do what you gotta, but don't be trying to hurt people in the process. Like, that's not the way how we're gonna change things. Yeah, you might get yourself out of the hood, but with that mentality, you're not gonna be helping nobody. And you might as well not even have existed at that point, because look, you're gonna die with all your money, and what's that gonna do for the world? We're all one person, so we should be doing our best to try and help out each other, not try and hurt each other. Anyways, that's all I got to say for now. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Take it easy. Much love.